Know your place, Jenkins.
My work speaks for itself.
It can't be.
William Harrington stood at the floor-to-ceiling windows of his penthouse office in downtown Chicago, overlooking the bustling streets of the Loop. At 55, with his silver-streaked hair and impeccably tailored navy suit, he cut a figure of unassailable success. His real estate empire, Harrington Developments, had reshaped skylines across the Midwest, turning derelict warehouses into luxury condos and abandoned factories into thriving tech hubs. But on this crisp October morning in 2025, as the sun glinted off Lake Michigan, William's mind wasn't on quarterly profits or the latest zoning battle. It was on the empty space in his life that no amount of wealth could fill. 23 years ago, his wife, Laura, had vanished with their 3-year-old daughter, Sophia. No note, no demands, just gone. Private detectives, FBI leads, even a hefty reward had yielded nothing but dead ends. William had poured millions into the search, but time had a way of eroding hope. Now, as he prepared for a routine inspection at one of his acquired properties, a massive auto parts manufacturing plant in the city's industrial South Side felt the familiar ache. What if today was just another day of pretending everything was fine? Down on the factory floor, amid the roar of machinery and the spark of welders, Sarah Jenkins adjusted her hard hat and wiped sweat from her brow. At 26, her life was a grind of 12-hour shifts, night classes for her engineering degree, and caring for her 78-year-old adoptive grandmother, Evelyn. Sarah's dark curls were tied back under a faded blue bandana, her work boots scuffed from years of heavy labor. She hefted a metal component onto the assembly line, ignoring the sidelong glances from her coworkers. As a black woman in a male-dominated field, she'd learned to let her work speak for itself. "Get your head out of the clouds, Jenkins," barked Supervisor Frank Harlan, a burly man in his late 40s with a perpetual scowl and a chew of tobacco bulging his cheek. "That part's got to be perfect for the Ford contract, or we're all out of jobs." Sarah bit back a retort. She had the highest precision rating in the department, but Harlan treated her like an intruder. "Yes, sir," she muttered, focusing on her task. As she reached up, her safety vest shifted, revealing a distinctive moon-shaped birthmark on her shoulder blade, a quirk she'd had since birth. From the observation deck above, William froze. That mark. It was identical to the one he'd traced on Sophia's tiny shoulder during bedtime stories. His coffee cup slipped from his hand, shattering on the grating. Heads turned, but William couldn't tear his eyes away. The woman's eyes, her posture right, was like staring at a ghost. Could it be? After all these years? Sarah's day started like any other in her modest apartment on Chicago's South Side. The alarm buzzed at 5 a.m., pulling her from a lumpy mattress. She checked on Grandma Evelyn, whose arthritis and heart meds lined the nightstand like a grim reminder of their fragile finances. "Morning, Gran," Sarah whispered, kissing the wrinkled forehead. Evelyn had raised her after Sarah's adoptive mother, Laura, passed from cancer 2 years ago. They'd scraped by on Sarah's factory paycheck, but dreams of a better life kept her going night school for that bachelor's in mechanical engineering. The plant, Harrington Auto Parts, loomed like a steel giant along the Calumet River, belching steam into the chilly air. Sarah donned her gear, steel-toed boots, gloves, and that bright orange vest. She'd earned her assembly certification the hard way, but Harlan made sure she knew her place. "Not today, princess," he sneered when she headed to her station. "You're on grunt work. Leave the big jobs to the pros." Sarah's jaw clenched. "Mr. Harlan, my ratings are top-notch. The Ford project needs my precision." Harlan spat tobacco juice. "Listen, welfare queen, I run this floor. Know your place." The humiliation stung, drawing stares from coworkers. As Sarah adjusted her vest, exposing the birthmark again, William entered the floor unannounced. His Italian loafers clicked against concrete as he descended. Harlan puffed up, thinking the boss was there to back him. "Just handling a lazy hire, Mr. Harrington." But William's gaze locked on Sarah. Those eyes deep hazel with golden flecks, just like his. The head tilt when she concentrated. It was Sophia. William's world spun. Sophia would be 26 now. This had to be a coincidence, right? But the math, the market fit. "What's your name?" he demanded, ignoring Harlan. "Sarah Elizabeth Jenkins, sir," she replied, wary of the intensity in his stare. William's phone buzzed his investigator, Robert Klein, calling about another dead lead. Irony twisted in his gut. All those years searching, and she might be right here, in his own plant. Harlan, oblivious, pressed on. See, boss? These hires think they're entitled. The slur, "these people," ignited William's fury. This was his daughter Maybe being degraded while he lived in opulence miles away. Harlan, William snapped, "You're fired. Security, escort him out." Harlan blustered about lawsuits, but guards hauled him away. Turning to Sarah, William's voice softened. "We need to talk. Privately." Sarah hesitated. Rich men with sudden interest spelled trouble. But something in his eyes haunted, hopeful compelled her. 1 hour. That's all you get. In his sleek Mercedes, the drive to his office was tense. William probed gently. "Your grandmother Evelyn Jenkins? She raised your mother too." Sarah's defenses rose. "How do you know that?" William admitted to pulling records, fueling her anger. "This changes everything," he insisted. At Harrington Tower, Robert Klein waited with files. The revelation: Sophia Marie Harrington, missing since 2002, birthmark matching Sarah's. Birthday: October 12, 1999. Sarah's matched. "This is insane," she whispered, but doubt crept in. DNA test arranged at Northwestern University's lab. While waiting, threats began, anonymous texts warning William off. His past surfaced: early funding from the Russo crime family, a Chicago outfit. He'd cooperated with feds to go legit, testifying against Dominic Russo, who died in prison. Now, Victor Russo, Dominic's brother, sought revenge. Results: 99.97% match. Sarah was Sophia. Overwhelmed, she confronted William's past. "You were mobbed up?" "Mom ran to protect me." William nodded, remorseful. "I chose business over family. Lost everything." Victor struck, holding Evelyn hostage. Standoff in her apartment. Armed men, including a vengeful ex-supervisor, Carl Donovan, Harlan's alias in revenge. High-tension guns drawn, revelations of betrayal. Sarah's engineering smarts exposed Victor's bomb flaws, risking citywide disaster. Evelyn's plea for humanity swayed Victor. He relented, vanishing to Idaho. 6 months later, Sarah wed Alex Rivera, William giving her away. 2 years on, the Laura Harrington Family Reunification Center thrived. William's company reformed, prioritizing workers. Family dinners at Evelyn's cemented bonds. What do you think about the violence and injustice that shaped this story? Share your opinions in the comments. Do you believe redemption is possible after such choices? Take a stand and let us know your views.